Welcome to the Wilderness Podcast. We're on episode 14, and today is December 5th, 2016. I'm Dills, and over there we got Deagin. What's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going?
How was your week?
Actually not too bad.
Pretty decent.
Nothing I can really complain. Not that much schoolwork I expected.
Not bad.
I had a lot of time to play games and stuff, which is friggin' nice.
What you been playing?
Oh, I played a bunch of Runescape,
Nice.
a little League of Legends. Played, did my WoW raids.
Cool.
Some random games that I got from the Humble Bundle, Yogs Cast, like Jingle Jam, or whatever it's called.
Okay, well, explain the Humble Bundle.
So, pretty much, they have a little, Christmas event. So, Yogs Cast, they do, like, a podcast, and they have a YouTube channel. They have, like, a little deal going on with Humble Bundle where, like, they've already gotten, I don't know, it's like a charity event type thing, and what they have is essentially, like, those advent calendars, like, those chocolate calendars you had when you were a kid, where you'd have one, like, every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's essentially that, but with video games.
And you can't open them all
day.
up on the same day?
No, you can't, sadly.
Goddamn.
I wish, but, so it's not a true advent calendar, I guess, but, yeah, I don't know.
Same
I'll
idea.
get a game one day, and I'll download it and try it out and play it. Some of them are really good, some of them are...
Okay, when you say really
shit.
good, what does that mean?
As in, like, if my buddy was like, yo, Derek, you should check this out, and then I would, like, watch him play it on Steam for a bit, and then I would probably go buy it. As in, it's pretty good. Like, you know what I mean?
Cool.
If I knew the game existed, I probably would have got it.
Any good games What games are you enjoying out of it?
Well, there's a game called Shadwen that came out. Really weird name, obviously, but came out a couple days ago. That's essentially, it's like The Last of Us. I haven't played The Last of Us, but, The Last of Us, because you're kind of guiding around a little girl, I guess.
Okay.
And then it's also like Tom Clancy's. It's all like super stealthy and that type of stuff.
Okay.
And you're kind of getting from point A to point B without the guards alerting or without the little girl seeing you kill people.
Oh, that's interesting.
But yeah, the game's actually like super fun though. Like there's grappling hooks and like the physics are super good. Like I was setting up traps where like I would like jump off like I don't know if I think I sent you a Snapchat of it. I might have. I'm not sure.
No, I haven't seen it.
Of like I would grapple like a box and then jump off like a ledge and it would like wrap around a post and like knock a guard off into the, like pretty much out of the map into like a hole into the water.
Cool.
A bunch of just trolly ass shit. Like you do like really cool things with the physics.
Interesting. I've never even heard of it, so I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Cool. How's the scape life?
Pretty good. I didn't touch my main. I did it like I went on my pure for like 5-10 minutes, killed a couple skillers, got bored, and then I just started playing my hardcore Iron Man a bunch.
Okay. How's that going?
Pretty good. I don't know if I mentioned, I probably might have, but my main idea, like the main goal was to get, really like keep low health, get a low like HP level, and then just do Winter Todd until 99 or,
So what, you're queuing at like 10?
skill and stuff. So what I did was, I got it to 18 because 18 is the highest amount you can keep your, like, from what I remember, is like 18 is like the highest you can keep your health at while like taking like the maximum damage of 3 from Winter Todd. So that means I can go and thieve a bunch of cakes and I'll have like, I'll bring 5 or so cakes with me and I'll be able to stay in Winter Todd for a long ass time. And like, I'm not really using good food. Like it's pretty shitty food.
Okay, sure.
So it's like the most effective way, I guess, or efficient way to do Winter Todd, right? I don't have to like bring sharks or lobsters,
I guess if
I can bring food that I can essentially just eat 3 times, and then that's one slot, right?
Okay, why are you
So I can
choosing
stay in there
Winter
longer?
Todd over like not like Slayer or something?
The materials and stuff you get, like the supplies I get from those supply crates, are actually like pretty good. And also pyromancy, it's a nice little cosmetic set.
Yeah,
but
it does look pretty good.
But I'm mainly doing it for like the drops and the cash. Like I'm only 77 fire making right now.
Okay. Oh,
You
that's
need
pretty
50
good.
to go. Yeah, you need 50 to actually get into Winter Todd.
Yeah.
And so like doing that grind is pretty fucking awful. Like it's just
not long
cutting.
though. Oh yeah, I forgot you got to cut
like
them. Yeah,
4 hours maybe. So cutting is kind of the bitchy part, and you can only get up to steel as a skiller unless you're doing clue scrolls. So you can go to like Bob in Lumbridge and you can buy hatchets. You can buy up to steel hatchets from that Bob dude in just outside of the Lumbridge Castle.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of near so you can get up to steel. So I went and like got steel and stuff, but
do you know where you can upgrade
it
from up to Rune? I think
I know you can kill guys. I know which guys to kill for Rune, but I don't know where you can buy it as like a skiller.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a guy at the woodcutting guild.
Yeah, so
you need
what woodcutting do you need for that?
Do you know 70? I can't remember.
Yeah, see that's the issue. Like
true.
Because you need 50 fire making, and you get about like 46, 47 if you're just cutting trees to get the 50 fire making.
Right.
Around 47.
Okay.
But but I don't know. I also I went and got the 18 health by just killing men, and then I was doing like clue scrolls and stuff.
Okay.
Like I would kill them for the easy clue scrolls and then do them, and maybe.
Did you have a hard time with any of them?
Good. One of them I needed a gold ring and a gold necklace, like a gold and just like a normal gold necklace, and you get a gold ring from Pirate's Treasure, and I need to do that quest anyway, so I went ahead and did that. And then you get a gold bar when you do Goblin Diplomacy, right?
Oh, okay.
So I went and did Goblin Diplomacy. Like that's what I was trying to remember. Like I wasn't actually 100% sure, so I just did it anyways because you also have to do it anyways for like Recipe for Disaster. And yeah, so that was like the worst one. And I did a bronze spear, but that took like killing 3 goblins, and I also needed the 3 goblin mail anyways.
True.
So it was it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I probably did like 1, 2, 3, probably like 5 or 6 clue scrolls, maybe like 4.
Damn,
between 4 and 6, I should say. And actually, like for easies, I got some useful stuff. I mean, I got a black like woodcutting axe, which helped out a lot when I was doing my Wintertodt stuff.
And I'm pretty sure the black like axes and black pickaxes don't have any weight.
Yeah, they're the lightest, so that's pretty cool. I should probably go back and mention, I think I got 87 kills I have 87 Wintertodt kills.
Damn. Any pyromancer stuff or any uniques?
Yeah, I'll say that in 1 second. I'll go over that
okay,
quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some black pieces and stuff from the clue scrolls and like studded chaps. I got steel like normal trimmed.
Cool.
So I got some.
Is that worth anything?
Magic. I got some like
steel trim.
Oh no. It's worth like people don't even buy it on the Grand Exchange. It's so shit.
Yeah,
but okay. It's nice to have that, and then like the black armor is just nice to have for when I do my low level Slayer. Got a black longsword, which I can use, and I can also elk a lot of this shit anyways. So it's like
cool. Yeah.
Eventually, it'll just turn into money.
Yeah, clue scrolls are almost always useful to do. You get food and runes,
and they're fun too. Like doing the easy ones, like they're just talk to this guy in like Falador, then Taverley, then back at Falador, and then boom, you got your items.
Yeah, and I almost always it's like you get them a lot when you're doing Slayer and stuff, so it's always a great kind of break from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just stop and go run around and do some shit.
Mm-hmm. So with Wintertodt, okay, so this it's pretty lucky, but also really, really fucking annoying because I didn't understand what the drop rates were for anything. Mm-hmm. So within the first 20 of my Wintertodt crates, I got 3 warm gloves.
Really?
And I got 2 of the Bruma torches. So I got 5 pieces in 20.
Shit.
And they're all like all those pieces, like all the pyromancy outfits is like 1 out of 250.
Okay.
So I got super lucky that they were dropping, but I literally got like 5 drops and there were only 2 pieces. And the warm gloves don't even do anything. They're 100% cosmetic.
Yeah, okay.
So they're kind of like the worst one to get. But out of like the whole 87, I got like 47 burnt pages. I ended up getting the hood and the garb, like the chest piece.
Oh, yeah?
So like that, yeah, like I already have, 4. I just need the pants now, I believe.
Oh, that's
like
pretty good.
That's 87 kills. That's like really good luck. I got like a shit ton of like random logs and stuff, like I don't know, like 152 maples and stuff.
Would you say it's a good money maker?
yeah, you get like a lot of decent like pure cash, like straight up cash, and you get like good ores and you get good fish. But I mean, not ores, sorry, like gems.
I'm pretty
But a
sure it's
lot of it,
dependent
like,
on your other
it
skill
depends
levels.
on like whatever your skill is, right?
Sure.
So right now, I'm actually like I stopped for a little while, and I'm gonna fish until essentially I'm bored of fishing. I'm just gonna like if I could get 70
almost instantly.
Nah, it's not too bad. I like the AFKing, it's really nice.
It has its moments when you need to AFK, obviously.
Yeah, getting 70 fishing would be ideal. Just for the lobsters and stuff I'll be getting, that would be really really nice. And then also when I go back to Wintertot, I'll be getting better fish. Like out of all of those, I got like 25 lobsters, right? 20 lobsters.
Okay, yeah.
So like you don't get that good of stuff if you have all low stats. I mean, you get some good seeds and stuff. Like I have 6 willows and stuff, and so it's not too bad. I got 5 renars out of it, like. But I'm mainly doing it just for the cash. Just because, yeah, like I made like 116k so far, which is really good considering how like people when they start their hardcore Ironman, they fish cakes and immediately go do the stronghold security, which is like, you get hit twice for a high number in like the.
It's kind of risky, yeah, especially
the last, yeah.
How often people lag in DC.
Yeah, like in the I should have mentioned this right off the start. So this is actually my second hardcore Ironman guy I made. My first guy, I actually died in like 30 minutes. I don't know if I was telling you guys in Discord, but what had happened was I'd made my guy whose name was just HC and space Deagan.
Yeah,
just generic,
of course,
I guess.
Of course, that's important though.
And so what I did was I started off and I'm like, all right, time to like get ready for Wintertot. So I went and fished, or not, sorry, I didn't go fish. I went and thieved, and then I got like my level 5 thieving, and I'm like, all right, time to go to Artie and get my cakes, and then go get my 4 pieces of warm clothing, which right off the bat, the easiest 4 pieces are like your clue hunter gear. And there's
what do you mean clue hunter
3 of the
gear?
pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so do you remember how they have like that event, the clue hunting? You know what that is?
No, actually, you've lost me. What do you mean? What event? Clue hunting?
Oh, wow, dude. Okay, so jagex has.
Oh, you're talking about crack the clue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, I don't know. Confused me there.
Yeah. I've just always called it clue hunt. I don't know.
I thought it was something else for some reason.
Like jagex released like these clue scroll-esque pictures where it's like just a picture of a map, I guess, or a part on the map with an X. Mm-hmm. And then people are, trying to discover them, right? Yeah. We've done 4 to the 5, I think. No one can crack the last one yet, as of yet. But you can get some cool cosmetic gear if you just Google it. And, there's one, like, near the fishing guild. There's one just south of Yanil. There's one in Taibo, whatever. Like the Karamja Island, that little island, I guess.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Near Shiloh Village.
Yeah, okay, I don't remember what it's called.
And then there's one in Zia. And so, like, yeah, people, like, usually just, like, in general, if they're making, like, a lot of general things that people do is, like, on their hardcore Ironman, is get that, like, 4 of the pieces as soon as possible.
Oh, okay.
Like, 3 of the pieces, like, one of them that's near the fishing guild gives you, like gloves and boots or something. So there's 2 already, and then you can get 3 out of the 4 just around Artie while you're getting your cakes. So I went and got like that. I've thieved like 100 cakes. I don't know, or something like that. I don't remember how many I needed for 99 fire making, but I just said fuck it, I'll go get my last piece. And so like I go to like Lumbridge Teleport, and I like start running to Draenor, and I brought cakes and stuff with me. Always keep food on you. And I'm like going. And I go to run through the jail, like the jailer's house or whatever, what I'm talking about. And as I'm running through there, I'm like, this really isn't a good idea because in 4 hits I'll be dead. But I'm like, I got cakes, I'm good. And as I'm like clicking and I'm like almost through it, I click and like no, I don't move. Like I'm just standing there, and a guard starts hitting me, and I'm like, gotta eat my food. It's not working, and I'm like, and I DC'd. It's fine, and I like log off, and I'm like, I'll probably be okay. Log on, I'm dead. And I'm just like, well, there goes 3.5 mil in a bond. Go on my main, buy another one, make a new guy. I'm like, all right, I'm just never going to go near that spot and just, yeah. And I think throughout that night, I DC'd like 12 times.
Wow. And that jailer's probably claimed so many lives just in the entirety of RuneScape.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
I've almost died so many times, though.
Same.
I had to get bear meat for Druidic Ritual on my hardcore Iron Man. I forgot to bring food. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll just like save spot and kite the bear. And I had like 4 health when I killed it.
Wow.
I was just ready to start. My heart was pounding, killing a fucking bear. And I'm like, all right, I can't do that anymore. Like, I'm gonna fucking die.
But wasn't the rush amazing?
Oh yeah, it's like staking.
Shit.
It's like high. It's even higher though. It's like trumps, those 1 bill stakes that I've never done.
Lives are at stake.
Yeah, quite literally.
Cool.
But yeah, it's not too bad. It's like a lot of skilling and stuff, and
Sounds
get that fat loot.
eventful. Yeah. A lot of progress on both your accounts there.
Yeah, one of them not so much, but this guy he's going pretty strong.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried though. I might get a 99 on my hardcore Iron Man before my main account.
Yeah, I've had not same conflicts, but just planning things in my head. I was like, I don't know if I'd want that to happen. I always try to. So yeah, I had the whole week off this week because I was on vacation. So I played a shit ton of RuneScape.
Yeah.
I dabbled on my skiller a little bit. Just I don't know. Just, the early levels are fun. Like leveling up really fast when you first start off it's kind of fun.
What'd you do for fishing? Did you just like fish shrimp and stuff?
I will be. I haven't fished yet. I've just been woodcutting.
Before you do that, you should just go ahead and do sea slug. All you need is 30 fire making.
Oh yeah?
The quest takes like 10 seconds. You need 75 coins so you can buy the swamp tar or whatever. Like a charter guy pretty close to it, and you get for like 1 to 24 fishing. That's what I did.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, and then if you really want to get your cooking up, you can just go ahead and go to like any fishing store and buy the sardines there.
Okay.
They're raw, and then you just cook them like that. That's what I did at least, and it's like way faster.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I was just dabbling on him here and there, and I didn't really play too much on him, but I just wanted to bring him up and say, like, I was thinking if I went hard on this guy, because a level 3 skiller is just, it's kind of a novelty, but also it's nice to have an account that you can always AFK, especially, like, I have 2 monitors, right? So it's easy to have two accounts going at once.
Yeah.
I'll move on to what I've actually done. I played a lot on my Pure, and I played a lot on my main. So on my Pure, I finally got him ready for PKing, and I started I gotta plug something. I started a little video series on YouTube. If you want to check it out, it's called. It's under our the Wilderness YouTube channel, and it's called King of the Wild. It's just a little fun series. I don't want to say it's satire because I'll actually try, but on my Pure, I'm gonna record like my attempting at PKing, and I'm gonna go for the #1 bounty hunter spot. The reason I want to say it's satire because I most likely won't ever get there, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of satire jokes within like I watched the first one, and yeah, there's like a lot of satire jokes and stuff.
Yeah, it's just for fun. So nothing serious.
I actually enjoyed it. Like,
yeah, so I put the first video out because I was just while I did the last quest that I had to do, which were Monkey Madness, Desert Treasure, the Great Brain Robbery, and a few of the other ones before that, and then I had to grind out a few more stats. So I figured, hey, I'll just record some of this and have fun with it a bit. But I brought on PKing, and not very much luck. I mean, like, I got into the wilderness, and I did...
Yeah, thankfully. I got over that ditch.
Yeah, I got over the ditch, and I was able to fight other people, essentially. Eventually, when I put the video out, it should be fun. There's a lot of deaths where it's literally me go up to someone, ready to fight, good luck, and then just Gmail spec out of nowhere because I just didn't eat.
How much health do you have on them?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But I'm like, I'm close to everyone else's health level because I always check them up when I'm about to fight them.
Yeah.
It's just the problem is So I first jumped into the wilderness with a 60 attack and 40 strength, which is like terrible because you're not able to like KO anyone really. You have to really hope for a DDS spec, and the anchor you're not gonna really be able to use that because it's gonna hit like a 19. So I went and I'd use my DDS spec, and I'd also try to combo with the anchor, which doesn't work. And yeah, the problem is, you
could just
can't...
Rambo 4-spec them and then anchor them and then teleport out.
Even I would try to just do a combo 4-spec and it doesn't work. Like it's so easy to out-eat it.
Oh yeah, with the 60 strength, and plus people are using sharks and brews and stuff.
Yeah, no, I only have 40 strength. I was hitting nothing.
Oh yeah.
So eventually I raised it to 50, and then comboing with a G mul actually works. The problem is I suck. So there's a lot of times where I've been like, man, that was my kill right there. It's a shame that I misclicked and I like didn't spec, or I spec'd with the wrong weapon.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was pretty fun. And then I also went PKing on my main a bit, and I went for a lot of skillers. Like I did some glory PKing by the Abyss, and I also tried to get some cosmic runes from... I tried to get some cosmic I tried to get some cosmic runes from Edgeville Dungeon.
Air orbs?
Yeah, air orbs and the earth orbs, but
yeah.
I guess not a lot of people bring that many. I guess you got pretty lucky. Did you find someone who had a lot of
I
cosmic?
found someone who was training
Right,
magic
okay, so he wasn't even
at
doing
the Black Demons there. That's where I got, but you'll generally get like between 80 and 0 cosmics depending on how early into like them skilling it.
See, I feel like a chump because I always bring like 600. So I'm like, when I'm thinking, I'm like, this is a great idea. If I do it, everyone else must do it, or at least many other people.
Well, like, it's way more convenient to actually only bring how, like, let's say I think you need like 82 cosmics for an inventory of them. What you can do is like, right click, grab 82 and then just put your rune essence, or not your rune essence, your orbs at that spot, so you can just right click and then left click and instantly you know what I mean? You can just like instantly withdraw and deposit your shit quickly.
Oh yeah, if you want, I guess it's going pretty hard.
That's what I've always, because I'm just lazy. And so I'm assuming most people do that, but they probably use like auto hotkeys or something.
True. Okay.
And plus you can also click the deposit all in your inventory, and so you can just like, and you're like done.
Right. I feel like a chump though, because I always bring a shit ton.
Yeah.
Anyways, didn't get too many cosmics. I got quite a bit of kills, and what I was doing, I would scout on one account. I kind of scouted on both accounts because likely my peers had a good botting level, so a lot of bots doing air orbs I'm able to kill, and I'm also able to look for higher levels for my main. So I'm jumping back and forth looking for both accounts. And was it you? I think you were talking about an earlier episode where you would walk in or you'd say bot or something, and everyone would just teleport.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would walk in, and what happened? As soon as I attacked someone, they would all run to they'd all start running away, but there was nowhere to run, and they would just run in circles, like 4 dudes.
Oh, really?
It was weird, yeah.
You know what? They probably like ran out of charge glories or dueling rings, because the bots like have like you say you have a stack of 40, and then once you run out,
yeah, okay,
they like come up with method number 2 to escape. Because I noticed that too. It's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
It's like headless chickens.
Yeah, so I did that for a bit. Didn't get many kills, and I stopped. I mean, didn't get much profit. Got quite a few kills, and...
Are you looting the air orbs and bringing like a looting bag?
Yes. No, I haven't been. I just take the cosmics normally.
Dude, the money is in the air orbs. They can go for like 2K each sometime. Or not 2K. How much do they go for? Let me just look this up. Yeah, like 1K right now.
Wow. I'm a chooch. Fuck, eh?
That's the whole point. Not the whole point, but that's like the main thing. You kill them, and then you just like grab all their air orbs. You kill another one, grab their air orbs, and obviously cosmics, and you just get the fuck out.
All right, I'm gonna do that tonight. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's actually like good money. Like if you don't want to like transfer money from your main to your pure, and you just want to have fun on your pure too, and like get used to the Gmaul like barrel anchor combo, then that's honestly perfect.
That's a good idea,
because if they have teleports, like when I'm doing it with like I'll use a rune crossbow and a Gmaul on my pure. Usually they teleport like as soon as you start hitting them, but like you can if you hit good hits, like you can stack your crossbow and your Gmaul for me to the point where the bots literally can't react that fast. And if you do it properly, then they like, get 3 hit. They only have like 40 health, so they instantly die. And then,
Cool.
It's free loot. It's good, like, to practice your combo and you make a little bit of money.
Yeah, that's decent. And it's kind of fun. And it's funny to watch people snap on you and just try to insult you. It's...
Do you put your private chat on and let them add you afterwards? And if they're not bots?
I usually keep it on all the time, but sometimes I turn it off if I'm afraid someone's going to be trying to find, like, added me to find me in different worlds because they know I'm PKing. Because I'll do that. If I was charging air orbs once and somebody attacked me, so I added them and I instantly went back on my PKing gear and went out and tried to find them.
Yeah. See, I like when people try and hunt me down that I know I can kill. When actually, in one of the Iron Man series, I mentioned this guy's name was like I have 0 GP or something.
Yep.
It's okay that I mentioned that because he changed his name because I had him added. He kept trying to rag on my hardcore Iron Man or not my normal Iron Man because I had like 2 pieces of rune or something, and he was just being a dick, and he had really bad stats, and he was just shit talking super hard, and all he would do was like kill thugs or chaos druids. And what I added him on my pure. And I'd go and I'd just hop to his world, and I'd always end up finding him. And then I would just kill him and get like free Addy gear, and he would just shit talk me super hard. And then he ends up changing his name to something else. I'm not gonna like give out his name.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty
kind of a mean thing to do. And then I would kill him again, and I killed him like 4 times, and then he just put his like private on off or on friends or something because he's never online now.
Can I cut in actually? Because I don't want to cut in, but.
That was it, though. Yeah, go on.
You ever go on the website back in the day? I think it was called runescapecommunity.com or .net or some shit. And it was just a forum. It was basically...
No, I've never, like, really browsed never even heard of it until now.
Okay, well, that was like the unofficial RuneScape forums, I guess. You could find a shit ton of really good PKing videos. People would upload them, and like I would download hour-long videos and like 30-minute long videos and stuff, and I would just sit there and watch it. And there was also a section it's called like bounty hunting. This is before Bounty Hunter existed, so it was just the wilderness, and people would put bounties on people's heads, and then there was a lot of them, and there were people like a lot of successful bounty hunts, you know what I mean? Like, you could click on a bunch of pictures and say this was successful, and there'd be pictures underneath of, like, this is me killing him. Because, the reason it works is because there's a huge PKing community, but also, the people were constantly PKing, so if one guy kept PJing you or kept trying to jump you, you could just put them up on that.
Put a bounty
on them, and then people will go and search for them, because all you have to do is add them, and then wait for them to log in and accidentally put it on for a second, and then you jump to their world. Or not jump to their world, but maybe go to a PKing world, because now they're playing.
See, like that's like such an awesome thing to hear, because, like, man, RuneScape it would be cool if they had like an official way to do that. Obviously, there's gonna be people trolling, like, hunt like 100 mil bounty on Bodhi's head, but you know what I mean, like, just to be dicks. But like, there's other like sandbox RPGs, like Eve and stuff, that actually have like a system where you go and talk to someone, and you can put bounties on people's heads, and if someone kills them, they get something, and they like, they actually get your money, so you can't really scam them like that.
Wouldn't it be cool? Yeah, when you killed the guy, if you like, maybe you have to accept the bounty or something, and you killed him and drop the dog tag.
Like
exchange it for the money.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Like,
but then
you had like a pretty good bounty hunting system like that, where the game's a little bit different though, because 90% of the game is in like a PvP world. Like, it is essentially dead man mode.
Yeah,
where you die but you lose everything on you, and like, so you would get like a lot of bounties on people, and like also just like you said, like if someone's ragging or PJing or just being a dick, you're like, all right, fuck yourself. I actually have a lot of money, and I can't be bothered with this, and you just throw a huge ass bounty on their head, and then they can see that you put the bounty on their head, and then you're just like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
they'd have to find a way though, just because you'd have people trying to exploit that. You'd have like, imagine I had a bounty on my head, and someone put a bounty on my head, and I just message you, hey, do you want to kill me? And then we'll split the money.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what people do, right? That's like an ongoing thing. But like, it's not like you're taking money. You're just fucking over that person, right? Like, it's smart of you to do that. I mean, you could just, like that would happen a lot. But like, that's kind of like, it's the bounty, right? Like, you don't really care. You just want them dead, right? I mean, like, if you're gonna exploit it, you're gonna exploit it. But like, how fun would it be if, you're killing a skiller over and over again, or I was ragging on that dude that was trying to kill my Iron Man, and, someone kills them, and they're like, yo, man, it killed, you just get that satisfaction if you just put it on some random person's head. You won't, you would never know if the guy, like, split the money. It's kind of just like,
Maybe it'd have to be hidden to yourself, like, you couldn't know there was a bounty on your head.
Yeah, see, like, that's a perfect way to, like, deal with that. Yeah, you just put a bounty on someone's head, and then, like, say you talk to a guy, I want to put 500k bounty on their head, and then boom, it happens, they don't know, and then someone kills them, they get like a bounty, like a dog tagger, right? And then they go give it to the dude, and then they get like 400k back, right? So they get some of the money out of the economy.
Yeah, okay,
like that would actually be fucking sick. I would really like that.
I would too. It's a shame because my only problem is I went PKing on my main as well, and it just feels so empty. Like, I know it's supposed to feel like a wasteland, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of, there's not a lot of action going out there. I would check so many different spots, and...
See, I honestly... A lot of people that PK a lot are going to hate me for saying this, but I like it when it's pretty empty. Mainly because, like, think of it like this. Say you're mining runite ore, or you're doing something, right?
Yeah.
You say you're like out in the wilderness, like you're killing Venenatis or Callisto, even though those are like popular spots. But let's just say you've been killing it for like an hour, right? And like the first 20 minutes, you're pretty much staring at that white, the mini map for those white dots.
Yeah, that's true.
You see someone and then you panic, but like, how annoying would it be if, like, okay, I'm running to Callisto and there's 4 PKers, not this world, and like it's just a constant issue of too many. Like, when there's too many people like out doing that type of like PKing those certain bosses or whatever, it turns into something that's not worth it. But like, if you're killing Callisto for like 4 hours and then like boom, that team shows up, you're like, oh, and you're scrambling to get out, and then if you die, you're like, well, it's the will. If you're a normal person, it's the wilderness.
Yeah.
Like, what else am I expecting?
That's a good point.
Like, it really, it makes it like really, really like intense for when those moments happen.
Yeah, that's a good argument. I retract my statement because I guess I was just frustrated because I do like the idea of hunting. You're like out there hunting for people.
Yeah.
My problem is I just got depressed. I was like, I'm gonna go kill some black chin hunters.
Yeah.
I guess nobody does that. Like, what the fuck? I world topped a bunch. I couldn't find anyone.
You know why though?
How many spots are there in the wilderness?
There's one, but the people that are botting it, by the time, like, depending on how fast you are on click play and shit, and how good your internet is and whatever, a lot of the times the second you log on, before you can do anything, like, they're gone.
Fuck, that's retarded.
Yeah, like, it's actually, like, fucking, like, the botters are super hard to kill. If you're lucky enough, you get in and get an insta-telly block on them, or you hit them, and then you telly block them right afterwards, and you just hunt them down and kill them, but I don't know, like, that's a really, really popular spot for teams to fight and stuff, too, right?
Cool. Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, it's kind of lame how, Varrock multi is dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that was such a good, like, that had so much fun when I was a little kid going there with, like, my little new buddies in our full mithril, and then just dying to a team that actually PKs and they're all pures and stuff.
It was pretty cool, and you could go the only problem is you couldn't do it now, just because no one would go solo. Before, you could go solo, and you would, like, talk to someone who was normally you would fight, and you'd be like, hey, let's team up and kill that mage there.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys would run out with your bronze short swords and hit him for a couple twos, and, like, yeah, it's like, that shit was so fun, but now it's like...
The best thing is when you turned on the guy you made a pact with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, even doing that.
Backstab, like, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's mean,
like,
but it's fucking wilderness.
Now it's essentially, go to a boss or something, go to Lava Dragons or a boss, or let's fight this dude who's got an armadillo god sword, like a friggin' Zerker ring and a Fury amulet, but he's not gonna skull on you. I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much.
Okay, so I just want to cut in because I just remembered a cool event kind of happened when I was playing on my main. I was in the wilderness, so I guess I'll just continue on quickly though. But
Yeah, go for it.
after I was done playing my pure, not done playing, but I was like, okay, I've done a lot of PKing and stuff on him. I feel like I should play on my main a bit because I've kind of not played him in like 2 weeks too much.
Yeah.
So I logged in and I was like, I just don't have a goal. I don't want my goal to be getting 99 strength because it's just like, for what? So I can hit higher. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just, I get it, but
for 99, dude.
but I need a kind of more of a, I'm getting a 99 strength as to do combat. I just didn't like to have that as a goal. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to set my goal to be maybe 90 construction.
Yep.
It's kind of easy to train, sort of, but it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
And it can be slightly useful. It's pretty useful at those levels. And I'm always sure you can jump to other people's houses, but it gets.
Well, the best is the rejuvenation. The rejuvenation with the Edgeville amulet and stuff.
Oh yeah, that, and then also you can change your magic from ancient to lunar.
Yeah, that shit is friggin' awesome to have.
It's amazing. But what I'm saying is, I
Yeah.
usually teleport to Remington, go to World 330, and use someone else's. That's the house party world.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. You know what? I was like, I'm just gonna get. It'd be nice to have that construction level and be able to have that in my own house. So fuck it. I'm gonna set that as my goal. I know it's expensive. I looked it up. It's about 40 mil. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll see if I can do that. And then I was like, well, I want to. What's a fun way I can make money? I don't want it to be like Slayer and stuff like that. What's
Zulrah, baby.
Yeah, I don't want to just grind out Zulrah. Instead, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do Master Clues because then doing that itself is gonna give me 1,000 goals to get while I play.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, perfect. That's my huge road. Eventually, when I get construction, that's where I go. Like, okay, I don't know what to do now. So, anyways, I was like,
Yep.
So I got a Master Clue, and I need to get 83 Slayer. I was at level 79, so I was like, okay, I'll grind that out, do what I normally do, and yeah, okay. So I've just been doing Slayer. I'm at 82 right now, I believe. I've been making a lot of money off that as well. Mm-hmm. But I had to kill the Chaos Fanatic, which is in the wilderness. So I was out there killing it, and basically a team of 3 people just like showed up and like were waiting for me to finish the kill, and I was like, oh no. So I took off my weapon, I start punching it, so I'm like trying to delay the kill as long as possible, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, I got so much, I don't got a lot of money on me per se, but I got like 10 kills worth. I don't want to lose it. That's like an hour wasted.
X-Log, baby.
Yeah, I guess I could have done that, but I didn't. So basically, they're sitting there waiting, and then I eventually kill it, and I just like, okay, I'm gonna book it. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but maybe I'll try to get to the King Black Dragon lair, and I can maybe just get away that way. They start running away, then they tele block me, and they also ice barrage me. I'm like not moving, and luckily they're not really hitting me too much, so I'm sitting there eating. I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do, and I just panic. I'm like, I'm just gonna run south and try to just run out of the wilderness. So I start booking it. 3 of them are chasing me, and then they get into multi, and then they like freeze me and shit. I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm at like level maybe like 35 wilderness or something.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this guy runs up, and he's wearing like a Torag's helmet, and he's like level 110. And I guess he's just PKing. He goes up, starts attacking the guy that was attacking me, and I was like, oh shit. And then suddenly like 3 other guys show up with him, and all like the 2 teams just start fighting. Like they just ignored me completely, and I literally walked away. I didn't even leave right away. I stopped for a minute, and I was like, all 3 of them attacked me. I could probably turn around and do some damage. Should I help the team that just came and saved me? And I was like, no, this is fucking retarded. Just get the fuck out of here. This is your only chance. And I kind of wanted to go back and say something, but I was like, nah, no, let's get out of here. So I just ran. But that was fucking crazy, because I'm running, just eating all my food, and then out of nowhere, this one dude comes, then followed, I guess this other team logs in or something.
Yeah.
But they all just came in, then it was just, I was like, oh shit.
Man, that's pretty intense, though.
Yeah.
Just getting saved.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, basically, that was my week for the most part.
Yeah.
just a lot of doing Slayer, making money that way. The Chaos Fanatic was definitely the most fun just because I was in the wilderness. And eventually I would go into a PvP world. And my idea was I'm going to bring an anti-fire shield. And if someone tries to attack me in the PvP world, I'll run to the KBD layer and maybe I can kill him if I lure him into the KBD layer. So never happened.
Yeah.
But cool. Okay.
Yeah, like I freaking love doing clue scrolls, like just like doing even though like they're just easies on my hardcore Iron Man, it's still like the easiest way to set goals for you and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, eventually, I want to like get a shit ton of the easies done, and then just like start, get like 500 easies, and then move up to medium. Just do 500 medium.
Get the
and
clue
just, like,
item.
Yeah, exactly right. Like get a clue item and then move on to the next one, and like. Doing clues are like always fun. I mean, it's annoying that I have to fucking walk everywhere, but like, especially like if you're doing like an
enjoy
elite
all
or
the scenery.
masters. Yeah, if you have like an elite or a masters though, like that just sets so many goals and quests you got to do.
I'm on step 1 and I have to get 83 Slayer, and there's like 15 steps. So I'm gonna have to probably get like 99 fletching and max my account. So cool. Yeah, that's the whole point though, is setting goals and things to achieve, and then on the road, that's where you kind of like, okay, you do things. But yeah, I found when I had no goal set, sure, I want 99 strength, but that wasn't a good enough goal because I don't want to. If I want 99 strength, I'll just go to NMZ and AFK, and that's not really fun, right?
Yeah.
And I have no reason to really to get money. Like, sure, I can get. There's a lot of items I don't have that are high value items, but for me, it's hard to justify for me to get them. I need a reason to get the goal, and it can't just because I said so. Like, I don't know. It's retarded, but my mindset doesn't make any sense, but that's just how it is. So I set construction, and then I gonna get that money through master clues, and now I have 13 other goals. So that's how the game goes.
Yeah, and every time you like complete a step for the master clue, it's like next time you get one,
you're there. Yeah.
You already have like 13. You for sure have like those 13 steps done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, that's pretty fun. But yeah, do that until the raids come out. So that's my way of segueing to the news. Should we jump right in?
Yeah.
We're gonna jump right in. All right. So I always like when they do this, but they release the month ahead. So what they have planned for December, because that's what month we're in. All right. So let's just start from there. So it seems they have the raid itself. For the most part, they seem pretty confident that it's finished. They're just polishing it, balancing. Okay, not the raid itself, but a lot of bosses need polishing and balancing before they feel confident enough for us to kill it. So right now they have Tecton, Ulm, and they just announced Vasa Mysterio. Those are like bosses they have for previewing, I guess. You can see pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they seem pretty cool. Yeah. So, and then early on this month, jagex will be doing a load test for the raid. So it's basically just a stress test for that we can participate in. So players will be able to utilize the new group finding system and explore some of the environments within the raid. So you can't really do anything except for maybe go into like a room, some hallways maybe, or maybe some concepts of hallways and stuff. But really it's just a test that the engine, the group finding system will work with the engine, with the amount of people trying it, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely think, I'm going to try it. I think everyone should just give it a go, The more people that try it, the better. We want these raids to be good. And also, it's a good way to give some feedback.
Have they released, like, stat requirements yet?
I don't believe so, but for some reason I have it in my head that they said... For some reason I have in my head that you could take along, like, level 90s.
Oh, okay.
But, you know what? Could be complete. That's just hearsay, and I might not have even heard that. Maybe I just dreamt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways. But during the duration of the load test, they will have tournament worlds available. So if you don't know what that is, you can play your normal account on a tournament world, and your account's maxed just for that world. It's a maxed account, and there's a chest with every item available. And I'm pretty sure you can PvP anywhere once you leave Clan Wars.
Mm-hmm. And can't you change your stats?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can. Oh, yeah, true. You don't need to have max. I'm pretty sure you can change to whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always fun. And I believe the last time they did this, they previewed the Elder Mull and the Elder Wand.
Yep, I remember the mall at least.
That was fun. I remember enjoying that. I did that for a while. So I have fun in the Tournament Worlds. I'll probably hop in for a little bit. And then panic at my EXP loss and jump back over to the legitimate. Yeah.
You know, make use your Iron Man or your Deadman mode account just for the Tournament World so you can be max efficient.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, anyways, speaking of Deadman mode tournament will be held on Saturday, December 17th. So you can see someone win 10 grand for Season 3, and you can see Season 4 begin. You can be playing... You playing Season 4?
Maybe. I want to, but...
You could do, like, some novelty play style. Do some little... Just to make it fun, make it interesting, and see if you can make it into the top 2,000.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Like, I just find that... Like, I don't really... Like, I think once... Like, I don't know. What I wanted to do last time was to just get as high defense and health as possible. I think I mentioned this before. So I went and bought a bunch of event RPGs through my deposit and shit. And then, like, I would just go to the monks and just kick them get my defense up like that. And people would 100%, like, I would watch them look at me, talk to the monk, get the monk to stop attacking me, and like, okay, these guys know I have shit stats. They probably just looked me up on OS Buddy High Scores or something. They like look me up, they notice I only have defense, but they're gonna kill me anyways to get like, 2 fucking event RPGs, and I gotta run all the way back. And I did that for a while, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. This is boring. It's only fun if you're like trying to kill people.
I'm probably gonna give it a go. It depends. We'll have to see how the initial start goes, because I feel if I miss it, if I'm off by a day, it's gonna kill my motivation to actually play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. That's always fun. Maybe if anyone's interested, give us a shout. Maybe we can get a little group together. We can look out for one another.
Yeah, or hey, I'm getting killed here. Please don't come over here.
Yeah, basically everyone.
There's a team standing here. Don't try and do priest in peril.
Everyone log them out.
Guys with the bats.
Log out, boys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it would definitely be fun though.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, Christmas 2016. It'll be at the end of December, obviously. One thing is revealed though, is that you will be heading to Mount Quidmortem. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. Okay. So,
moving on
to some things that actually have happened now. This is some updates and I guess some tweaks and reworks almost. So yeah, the ballistas. We saw the ballistas got heavy change. There were some heavy changes. They were pulled a few weeks back and they finally have changed now. So the light ballista now has 110 range. The light ballista now has 110 ranged attack and requires 65 range to use. And the heavy ballista now has 125 ranged attack, 15 range strength, and 75 ranged required, as well as Monkey Madness 2 completed. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool to see how people adjust.
Yeah,
I like that though. I think that's good. That seems proper.
Yeah, I mean, there's still gonna be a ballista issue in low level PKing.
Yeah, but
they're just using a light ballista instead of a heavy ballista. So I don't know if that, I don't know if they should have buffed the light ballista.
They just changed it. They made the light ballista the old heavy ballista.
Yeah, but see, the issue with the heavy ballista was just how good it was. So okay, now voiders and stuff, people that can actually do Monkey Madness 2. Like, obviously, they should be able to use a better version of a ballista.
Mm-hmm.
Because, they were putting in time and, the difference between, a perfectly quested, voider with, really, with all that shit. That's pretty impressive. But, now, there's still going to be a ballista issue in, the small PK brackets.
There will be a light ballista. There will always be a ballista issue, just like there will always be, a G-Maul issue. And there will always be a AGS issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like,
it's not an issue.
Yeah,
They're just
exactly.
very effective weapons for PKing.
like the one thing that like, I don't think the Gmaul, like my personal opinion, I don't think the Gmaul is a healthy weapon for the game for PKing. I don't think the way people use an AGS is healthy for the game.
I think the
and
AGS
a
is
ballista.
okay. I've faced people with an AGS, and I don't.
See that's fine. Like the AGS itself is fine, but like how annoying is it to fight someone who just won't skull on you because they're bringing like 8 mil worth of items?
No, then
but
that's when you just don't fight them. You know what I mean? You don't have to fight
but you
them.
know, you're in bounty and they're your target and they just
skip
follow
them.
you around and it's just like it's just pretty obnoxious. Like from when I would do PKing on my main and stuff, the amount of people that refuse to skull and they go, yeah, if I skull, I'm risking 20 mil, so I'm not going to skull. And it's like, okay, I understand from your perspective. I understand why you wouldn't want to skull because, you know, you kill me, you're getting 400k. But the fact that you're not going to skull, I'm going to get 20k if I kill you.
He's just trying to find a sucker to exploit because like he's trying to be crafty. Because the thing is, in the wilderness, there's no rules. You can rush people and you won't necessarily get banned for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you can do whatever you want, but like I mean, like it just goes against the spirit of PKing and bounty hunter to like. But and so many people refuse to skull. So many people. And like there's times where you'll see someone who has a lot of really good stuff and they won't skull, but they make up for it by bringing like a tier 6 emblem and they're honest about it, or they bring like, you know, trimmed armor that's worth a lot, or you know they'll make sometimes they'll even just bring a cash stack with them. Like I would PK and I would fight people like I'm not gonna skull, and he would trade me and show me he's got 500k on him, and you're like, okay, even though you have the advantage because you have way better shit on you, like at least I'm not getting completely butt fucked when I kill you. You know, like I'm actually gonna get something out of it instead of just wasting money on sharks.
Yeah, but you don't have to fight them. You know what I mean? If they won't skull, then you don't have to fight them. I come into that situation before where someone's like, "Let's fight," but they won't skull, and they're obviously not gonna skull.
Yeah,
and then like for me, I'll just either be like, will I be like, do I want to fight them? And if I get that kill, will I be happy? Like, will it be kind of worth it? I'm just like, yeah, maybe. And if if it is, then I fight them, and if it's not, then I'm just like. Skip them.
Yeah, exactly.
I just skip or don't fight them.
I mean, like sometimes it was nice. Like I did a little bit of PKing and I would do it on my pure a bit, but like sometimes it was nice to, okay, this guy's got a ballista and I just killed him. And I actually like outplayed him in that PK fight where like I'm just using a magic short bow or a crossbow or something. I'm not doing anything fancy. And I actually end up killing him, and you kind of get that ego boost where you're like, okay, that guy was just fucking shit, I'm way better. You know what I mean? Like you kind of just, even though maybe you just got lucky.
Yeah.
But you know, in my mind, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, that feels so good to beat someone who like odds are against me.
Yeah. Fucking
buddy's like being a little gay, but I got him anyways.
There was this guy, so when I was on my pure, I just want to bring up the story because I just kind of popped in my head. It was kind of funny, kind of crafty. So you'll see a lot of people looting in the wilderness, just naked accounts, picking up sharks and shit like that.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy who was naked, and he was like, there's a lot of people around my level that were just naked, and they were looting. But a lot of people were still killing them because you get a chance at getting an emblem still if they're your target.
Oh, true. That's yeah.
So they're still kind of at risk. So what this one guy did, I wasn't skulled, and then he was my target, and he came up to me, and he was naked, and he's like, "Hey, I'm not fighting, so I'll skip you." He's like, I don't have anything on me. And I was like, okay. So he skips. And then later on, I see someone attack him. And he starts getting hit. So he starts punching them back. And he gets their health like a quarter down. And then he whips out a Gmaul and specs them and then runs away. And almost killed them. And I was like, that motherfucker was waiting for someone to attack him so that he could whip out the like punch them. So the person's like, okay, this guy's just auto-attacking me. And out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't want to waste my food on this guy. Fuck, that's pretty crafty though.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. It's like neat. But anyways, let's continue on. A nice buff they've done to the Taverley Cosmetic Altar is the agility shortcut now has 1 vine reduced from 2. So the reason it needed to be reduced was it took longer to take the agility shortcut route with 2 vines.
Yeah.
So it's just silly. But now there's 1, so now it's faster. So that's good. There's a new 63 agility shortcut at the Lesser Demon spot in Taverley Dungeon. You can now squeeze through a rail to get access to I think it's the Blue Dragon area quicker. Or maybe sorry.
Oh, really?
To gain access to the Lesser Demons quicker, I believe.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's good. I like that too, because you always had to run around. Oh, it fucking took forever, so
yeah.
Either way, it's good. And they made the Barrows reward counter kind of look better, and it kind of shows it's more clear on how the reward system works, so you know when you can get the most beneficial reward.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because up until then, people just did like 13 kill count,
some shit like that.
Yeah, that was like just the general theory of the most efficient way to get the max loot.
Yeah, for me, I just killed the Barrows brothers, and then I get the fuck out of there.
Oh, you never did 13?
Nah.
Oh,
Screw.
I always did. Just because, even if it didn't do anything, like, fuck it.
One time when
Why
I first
not?
did when I was first doing Barrows, I think I got like 200 kills because I was convinced I was going to get like a full set of Barrows. I think I just got like a lot of mind runes and some shit. I was like, fuck. I had full Guthans down there and I was just AFKing. But anyways,
my first experience with Barrows was doing 84 in a row with nothing, and then I finally got a Guthan spear and never went back.
Oh, that's the most expensive one, I think, right?
Yeah, but 84 in, I was like, this sucks, and then I got a Guthan spear, and I'm like, all right, I'm tapping out. This is the best I can get.
Yeah, that's good. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see the Seer's ring finally got its buff. Magic attack got doubled, so it went from 4 magic attack and 8 when imbued to 6 and 12 when imbued. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that. Finally.
The construction cape now has unlimited teleports to all house portals. Sure. And
Yeah, why not?
magic boosting prayers now also give magic defense. I always
Magic boosting prayers? Oh, shit. Like Mystic Will and
those
all the Mystic stuff?
those prayers. I kind of always thought maybe that it would help with your magic defense. So now it does, or at least now it says it does.
I always just did, like, if I'm scared about barrages or something, I would just do Protect from Magic and then Steel Skin.
Oh, yeah?
Because I just assume that, brings your defense up.
I think you do Steel Skin and the Mystic Will.
Yeah,
do both.
So I don't know if they would stack. Maybe not, because Mystic Will specifies.
Yeah, true.
Oh, no, it just says and defense. So I don't know, maybe, but still, that's nice.
Yeah, so that's cool to see.
I wonder how that will, like, affect Deadman mode. If, like, that, more chances to splash, you're going to see some more escapes, and maybe people in general will be a little less salty about ice barraging and stuff.
Possibly. It depends on how severe it helps you. Does that make sense? How severe it changes?
I mean, 15% increase, that's pretty big if you get caught with a full inventory of food and stuff. Yeah. Like, that will give, like, a lot of splashes and lower hits. Like, that will actually make a noticeable difference over, like, a long-term fight.
Oh, definitely. Especially, like, a splash is important. That can cause you to get away, so.
Yeah, exactly.
There were some other quality of life changes and some tweaks and updates. Little things, though, so I didn't really find the need to mention them. I thought these were the important details. So, yeah, there's that's what we got to look forward to, and those are some of the things that we've seen, so. December should be a fun month. I'm thinking about, I have 4 more days of vacation left, and I have to use it before March. I might use them for when the raids come out. Does that sound lame?
Nah, fuck it, dude.
Fuck it, did it anyways, just so I could sit in my underwear and play RuneScape for a week.
Yeah, I might as well go the full mile, right? No half measures.
Exactly.
Yeah. You never know. If you spent 4 days just doing raids nonstop, you could be like, rich as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, we're doing a 400 mil giveaway, like that type of shit.
I come back to work and I could be like, I quit. And I'm like, what? How was your vacation? Good, I made 13 bill on RuneScape. See you guys later. bitches.
Fucking real world traded that shit. Gonna go buy an Audi now. Peace.
Shit.
Okay, honestly though, kind of off topic, but if you had like, 10 bill in RuneScape, would you sell it?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No, 10 bill. It depends.
Implying you're gonna get banned if you sell this, but you'll at least sell it and get the money's worth.
Depends on how much money it was, how sketchy I felt about the situation.
Well, 10 bill is gonna be a fuck ton of money. Like a couple thousand, I think. Or maybe 1,000. Maybe a bit more than 1,000. I actually don't know how much a bill would go for.
Honestly, I wouldn't sell my account for $1,000.
Okay, let's say a bill is $1,000 per bill.
$10,000.
I actually don't know, but for some reason that number's sitting in my head per bill. And you had like 10 bills, so that's like 10 grand right there. Would you sell your
my
all
account
the money
for 10 grand?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What? I just make a new account.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
See, I'd want to, but like, man,
I'd want to. So that's what I'm thinking about it. Because like $10,000 is, yes, it is a lot, but at the same time, it's not. Does that make sense?
It's not gonna like.
Now that I own a house and stuff, it's really like it's a lot.
It would be helpful, but it's not gonna. Would it change your life?
I don't know. Not really.
Yeah. See, like for me, yeah, like that's rent for a year for me, right?
True.
And I could get a better apartment. So I'm kind of like, oh man, maybe I could do it. But then if all that money's going to rent, then in a year I'll be like, what? I was just playing RuneScape for a year. What the fuck? I'm not even back to where I was.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is that the $10,000? Everything I can see it being, I can see myself being like, oh yeah, I forgot that I got that money.
Yeah, you're like 40 or something,
or just
yeah.
Or if I put
10 grand off a video
put 10
game.
grand down on my house, and it's just like, okay, I put down 3% or something like that. Not actually, but let's just say, all right, there's 3% less that I owe. True. You know what I mean? I don't know.
See, it's conflicting though, because my buddy actually asked me a bit ago, like when I was doing a WoW raid, he asked like, "Yo, would you sell your WoW account for like X amount of money?" And in an instant, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I don't like WoW that much. I go on it 2-3 times a week to do my raids, and that's it. But like RuneScape, on the other hand, when he asked me about RuneScape, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know."
Straight up, what I would do for 10 grand, and if it all seemed legitimate and I was in a good place in my life, I'd be like, I might sell it and just be like, okay, I'm gonna try to find a new hobby with this 10 grand and get into like hunting or get into archery or some shit with this money.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's a good
just a little question.
Thought-provoking question.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably a bunch of viewers who are like, holy fuck, would these guys really maybe say no to 10 grand? But, my account's fucking old as
I would
shit.
I'd probably most likely say yes, but I'm just thinking, I know that I'd be sitting there being like, I regret taking that money. There'd be a lot of times being like, I wish I had my account back.
Yeah.
But then again, that only happened until I got up and jumped into my Lamborghini, baby.
$10,000 Lambo, baby.
Rent it for a day. That's it.
Yeah.
Crash it and
be pretty good.
Done. All right. You want to slide into the topic of the week? Was that the topic of the week right there?
No, but maybe it's relevant.
Topic
I don't
of
know.
the week.
This is actually discussed quite a bit, and a lot of people disagree on this, but like it's just the topic is just the general longevity of RuneScape. So like how long or how well it's doing in terms of its player base, and like how long do you think the game's gonna last, and just in terms of that.
Okay, yeah, we can put this in the time capsule. We'll open it up in 10 years when we're all maxed out on our level 300 accounts.
Yeah. Moved on to like RuneScape 6 now.
Yeah.
But cuz like I've probably mentioned this before. It's like it feels like the RuneScape community is in constant inhale or exhale of like people joining and then quitting after a year, or like taking a break after a year and then coming back. Like, it's not too many people have been playing RuneScape since the day they started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've taken many breaks.
Like,
you've taken many breaks.
Yeah, like it's like I've been playing this game on and off for probably over 13 years.
Oh yeah. No, that's
and so like
I think it's like 15 years, but I'm sure there's like year breaks in between.
Yeah. And yeah, so like obviously it's not like I've been playing this game as one of my main games for, that long. Like, I've constantly been playing and all that stuff. But I kind of feel that is just how these types of MMOs go. Like the sandboxy kind of like do what you want. I find it's really hard in general to bring players into that type of a game.
I find RuneScape is a very hard one to bring people into.
See, like, I find like RuneScape's a really good gateway MMO. Like, say you have like a girlfriend who hasn't played video games and she sees you playing it. Like, I have friends that have been in this situation, and like, oh, you're always, like, they just kind of see it as like that game that you play, and then, they ask some more questions. Maybe they watch you do some shit. Maybe you tell them like, something you got in the game, and then they're kind of intrigued, and then they start playing, and maybe let them woodcut on your account for those EXP games while you're going to the bathroom.
See, yeah, that could work for some people, but then like my girlfriend, she plays like League of Legends and Mortal Kombat, just games. She'll play random games, no specific genre she gets into. But I try to get her into like RuneScape and stuff, and she'll be like, "Okay, well, try to get me into it." I'm like, "Okay, well, when you start off, you
click there.
Click on that tree. No, just wait. No, just wait. Yeah,
don't click on it. Oh, don't click on it again. Stop clicking on it. Oh my god.
You just log off.
Here. Let me show you.
Yeah. So that's the problem. And then, I mean, like for her specifically, I'd be like, well, you can kill lesser demon. Like, she'd want to be like, what could you kill? Like dragons and lesser demon stuff, but you'd have to dedicate like 20 hours into the game first, and you'd spend that killing cows and chickens. Well, why do I want to do that? You can collect their hide to turn into the leather gear that you can
wear their skin.
You can wear it.
That would probably make it way more appealing. Kill these cows, and I'm going to teach you how to wear their skin.
Wear its fucking face.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's RuneScape's it's a funny game because like it's been around for so long. It's very iconic. A lot of people know what RuneScape is.
Yeah.
But one thing that I thought was kind of entertaining was there was a streamer that I think played League of Legends and StarCraft. Mm-hmm. And I think people who watched him kind of convinced him to play RuneScape. And a lot of streamers kind of play RuneScape as a joke because it's kind of, the intro is very dull, and I think it's fun to make fun of if you don't actually play the game.
And RuneScape's also the perfect like titty girl streamer game to play, right?
Oh, yeah.
You click on a log, that's gameplay, and then you just that one, I don't know what his name was, but there's some dude who would just dance all the time. He was a really weird streamer.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know what his name was, but he would just dance, and he'd pretty much full screen dance while he was cutting logs, right?
True. Okay.
But yeah, anyways, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, eventually they convinced him to play it, and now I'm pretty sure he still plays it, and he says he got hooked instantly. Because, like, a lot of people, like, dog on the game, because looking at it, and ignorantly, you can easily make it look like a lame game.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of depth into it, and you might not see it at the beginning, but I think the problem is getting someone to play the game. It's not so much getting the name out there. The name's out there. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether better for the best or the worst. But
see, like, I find, like, I've gotten like 4 or 5 of my friends to get into RuneScape or get back into it. One of them is, I think he's playing right now. No, he actually like logged off like maybe like 5 minutes ago. But I have a habit of playing this game and then trying to get as many of my friends to start like accounts and try it out, and then I'll like play with them and stuff. Yeah. And I find when it works when it works and when it doesn't work is like kind of how I go about it. Like, it's like since like, because like this game is like overwhelming in the terms of like, all right, I'm done Tutorial Island. Now what? And then if you just go, yeah, just do whatever you want. That's when they go like, what does that mean? Like, can I break into a house? Can I like?
No, you can't do
like,
that.
What,
Don't be silly.
can I do in this game? Right? So you kind of like, okay, well, you know, if you know the type, like I had a friend who is just I met him essentially through WoW like a long ass time ago. And like I'm like, all right, this guy like fucking all he does is make all like accounts, maxes them out, and then starts over again. Like he loves that questing and grinding aspect.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, man, you want like if you want to like get these levels as efficiently as possible, these are the quests that you do in this order. And fuck, man, if you want, I'll make a new guy with you, and we'll do it together, and it'll be super fast. I can even trade the items we need off for my main. And he was like, dude, this is actually I'm kind of excited for this. How long is this gonna be? 8 hours, dude. Man, I'm fucking down. And then we like, you know, played the shit out of the game like all day, and we're like doing all these like, quests, and he was like loving it, right? He's never done Fight Arena or Waterfall and stuff, right?
Yeah, okay.
So it's not that monotonous task for us where it's like, ugh. All right, I'm talking to this guy now because it's more efficient. It's kind of like, all right, dude, come along with me. And he's like, okay, so why do I want to talk to this guy? He's not part of the quest. Well, he starts a quest that we can get halfway done while we're running to this quest. And he's like, oh, that's fucking sweet. You know what I mean? Like, and then I've also had friends that like, they just get stoned all the time and dick around on Facebook and Instagram. So it's like, all right, man, like, why don't you just like try out fishing or, you know, wood cutting? And they're like, all right. And then they'll do that for a couple of days. Like, man, what else should I do in this game? All right. And then you kind of like start from there and you kind of move around. Some of them only stayed in free to play, never bought members, but a lot of them ended up buying members at one point.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, most of them have quit, but like they've always like come back for a little bit. But that's just kind of how RuneScape is, right?
Definitely.
Like you play it so much and either you get burnt out or something new comes up and you just don't really want to, you know, have your guy going in the background because that's just kind of annoying.
So I actually want to make the comparison earlier when you were saying the whole inhale exhale.
Yeah,
I guess metaphor for how people play it. So yeah, because I feel like RuneScape works a little bit differently than let's say a game like World of Warcraft, which has expansions that come out let's say on annual basis.
Yeah.
So it's like World of Warcraft would have like a lot of people playing at the beginning of an expansion. And then it dies out, and then I think it picks up near the end again. Is that right?
Yeah, essentially. Well, it kind of, every time there's a new raid or like new big content, it brings a lot of people back into it. But yeah, essentially.
I'm thinking of my time when I played World of Warcraft. I always played it for the most part right at the beginning of a raid, right at the beginning of an expansion, or right at the end of an expansion. So that's just,
yeah.
I don't know. That's just what happens, I guess. You hear about the next expansion. But with RuneScape, it's not really expansions. It's the one game that's continuously growing and expanding and being updated. So instead of having these like, okay, I'll come back for the expansion or whatever, they kind of quit. And then when they do come back, it's just like, oh my God, what have I missed? Well, you've missed like this continent. There's these new quests, new boss areas. And you're just like, all right, now I'm hooked into it again. You're just back into the game.
Yeah.
And I know for me,
I think a lot of it,
I was just going to say,
sorry,
for me, each time when I quit and I come back, I played longer each time I came back because my account was getting stronger and I was having access to more activities and things to do. Mm-hmm. So I can't remember when you got me back into this game, but I've been going strong since, which is like, I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, but yeah.
Yeah, a couple, like, year maybe a bit longer. I don't really know because I got you back into it, and then I stopped playing for a bit, and I came back, and you're still playing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm constantly meeting people in the game and stuff that are new players, or this is their first time, or they're returning players, and I'm always like, hey, add me up, and I'll tell you what to do. They're just like, okay, well, I don't want to bug you with questions. And I'm like, honestly, like, fucking... It's fun. Yeah, it is kind of fun. If I'm sitting there wood cutting, I love to just... It's like, indulge me while I explain how I would do it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's in a good state, and it is continuously... I feel like it's continuously growing. Right now, we have close to 44,000 people playing on a Monday evening. That's a fair number. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the player base is in, like, the UK, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing.
I don't think that's an ideal time for them, is it?
No, I don't think so. probably all asleep right now.
For us, at least,
exactly.
it is,
So
but for us,
by the time we go to bed in Canada, we go to sleep. They're all awake and they're playing. So the number never changes. You always got like a steady 45,000, let's say, and then on the weekends and stuff, it picks up. And it's I think I'd say it's kind of I'd say it's growing. I can't remember what the numbers were before back. I almost wanted to. Well, anyways, with the Dead Man Mode tournaments, you're seeing people kind of come back into the game because of it. Not just that, but that definitely does help. And there's
Yeah, it definitely has brought a lot of people back. Like, I've had conversations where, like, I've seen people saying, like, oh, yeah, I want to, like, I haven't played RuneScape in a while. Like, should I just start off with Dead Man? And people always say no, but I mean, like, fuck it. If that's your type of game, do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, yeah, I don't know. I find, like, RuneScape is really, like, it's definitely not what it used to. But that's also because the game's split into two now, right? The community's literally split, and it's kind of like old school players seem to hate people who play RS3 and vice versa.
I think that's just I don't think the majority do. I think the loud minority does. But because
yeah, exactly. That's definitely true.
I'm constantly seeing people talk about like RuneScape 3 things, and like even if people shit on RuneScape 3, they'll know like specific updates and stuff, so they're definitely in tune with it. And I dabble onto it every now and then. I like a lot of stuff in it. My problem is it's just I commit myself to too many projects.
Yeah, my issue, well, my thing is, like, if I quit RuneScape, usually I'll go back to RS3 for a little bit, and then I realize just, like, okay, people say old school is easy scape, but, like, some of the shit in RS3 is so, like, leveling is so easy now, and it's like,
I think
I'll do that for a bit.
The idea,
and then I'll be like,
I think the idea for RuneScape 3 is to like kind of take the WoW route where they're trying to get people pushed ahead so they can do end game content.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit looks fun though. That's my issues. I see some of that stuff and I go out looking for some of the bosses and content and like new updates, and I'm just like, shit, man, that looks like an awesome boss fight, or like that looks like an awesome update or activity.
Yeah, like I'm personally, like, I like grindy games. Like, I'm all about the grind, like Diablo and Path of Exile and stuff. Like, I love those, just like, sit down for a day and just grind monsters and just do shit like that. So I prefer the old school playstyle. But yeah, RS3 definitely has some good stuff, but like, yeah, anyways, I don't know, like, with the whole like thing, like, my issue is I really don't know where old school will be in like 5 years.
It's funny because they said this when the game was getting pulled to even be released. People were like, what's the point? This game will be dead within a year. In 3 years, and it's at its strongest than ever. So I can easily see it in 5 years from now being very small with maybe a 5 to 10,000 player base. Or I can see it being like growing exponentially and just becoming huge. Because we have to remember too, they just got acquired by a Chinese company, right?
Yeah, that kind of worries me a bit.
It could worry, but but some of the things they've stated is they don't. Obviously, you never really know. They could just be saying this to keep everyone happy. This is definitely some fucking office politics shit. But they said they like the way jagex is handling their game, and they want them to continue doing it. They just want a piece of the pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I think a lot of people are worried because they're like, oh, it's a Chinese company, Chinese gold farmers. They want our money, more transactions, games ruined. Like, that's kind of what their thought process is.
Can I
just jump to conclusions?
Do you think there's a big player base in China that plays RuneScape?
No. I don't think there is a player base. Like, I'm just going, like, I'm assuming in Asian countries that RuneScape is very, just from like typically what games are popular in like those countries, like I assume it's very unpopular.
I'd have to agree because I feel like China has a huge population, and even if a minority is playing that game, you're gonna know about it.
Yeah, you're really gonna know. And I think it's just how the game is.
What if they don't even know it exists?
That's the thing. I guarantee you.
Or if it's just not advertised.
I guarantee you, we go to China or something, we go to one of those PC bongs where, like, you know, it's essentially like a library, but for computers. Like, every little kid's dream. It's just like, you go there, you pay $5 and you play games for the day. And RuneScape would be perfect because, like, the people that own these stores or these, like, little, you know, PC bongs, they don't have to, you know, buy anything. They can just download OS Buddy.
Right,
but
yeah.
I guarantee you, say anyone play RuneScape, they will, like, have no idea what you're talking about. Like, games that are really popular there are, like, Crossfire, which is essentially a free-to-play Counter-Strike.
Right, yeah, okay, I know that game.
Like, League of Legends is friggin', like, massive.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have their RPG-esque games where they're super, super grindy, but they're engaging as hell. And they're,
Maple
like...
Story and stuff.
Yeah, like, those games where you're just kind of, like, on your keyboard, and you're just, like, killing shit, like, Diablo stuff. Like, they I know those games are super popular there. And rhythmic games and stuff like Osu, I think that might be like Korea or something.
I don't know that game, but what I wanted to say is, imagine just putting some advertisement of RuneScape in like, you know, China. That could bring in a huge player base, but mind you, there's a lot of other complications. I know they can't have gods, like other gods and stuff like that in their games. So issues like that. So it's a lot more complicated, and I'm pretty ignorant on it myself. I'm sure a lot of you are sitting there being like, this guy's fucking retarded. But it's something to
like, as a whole
speculate about. No, I'm saying it's something to speculate about that, like, you know, North America, I can't say for the UK, but in North America, you could just say RuneScape and you'll have people being like, yeah, I know that game. I've heard of it, or I used to play it.
Yeah. Haven't heard that in a while. Like, that type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A guy, like, yeah, I just think in terms of, like, yeah, Asian countries, they don't, like, this is not really an appealing game for them because they're kind of, it's clicking and then doing nothing.
Yeah, for the most part.
Maybe bossing would be fun for them. Maybe, like, you know, if they had, like, a special game, you know, say this company releases a special version of it where it's essentially RuneScape 3 in terms of, like, you level up really, really quickly. Or, you know, it's more engaging of a leveling system, and then you do, like, bosses, and the monsters are harder, and maybe, like, a version like that would be, like, way more appealing to them.
RuneScape 3? I think, I don't know. Well, there's people everywhere that will probably enjoy this game that don't know about it, but it's just... I'm wondering if it's an untapped market, you know?
I definitely feel it is.
Yeah.
I feel like sandbox RPGs, like, as a whole, they're kind of dying. Like, as a whole, RuneScape's definitely the best, like, most thriving one at the moment. And, but, like, EVE Online recently came out free to play. They have, like, a free to play and then a pay to pay model, much like RuneScape.
Yeah.
And it's actually, like, very, very similar if you were to, like, put them into, like, yeah, like, you're very limited in the free version. You can only fly certain ships until you buy it, whatever. But, like, my first time playing it, like, the way it starts, like, their tutorial is definitely a lot less friendly. You're out in the world, you get, like, this chat box that comes up, and then you read it, you click through it. It tells you how to do all the basic stuff like combat and, you know, mining and shit. And then afterwards, it's kind of like, all right, here's a quest line we suggest you do. And then you just kind of do the quest line. And I found, though, within 30 minutes of, like, me logging into the game and finishing the tutorial, I had a GM, like, shoot me a message saying, like, hey, like, we noticed that you just got this game and stuff. We're wondering, you know, what you think about it. If you're lost, do you have any, like, they actually, like, some guy that works for the company, like, shot me messages and was, like, very, you know, helpful. Like, I have a little question. They explain all of this. Like, they're, like, you know, super, super nice. Where it kind of got me excited to, like, keep playing the game and trying out other things. And people might be against this idea, but you know how we have player mods in the game and they don't do anything at all?
Yeah.
So
I haven't
like,
seen
essentially
them do anything, at least.
You see them in World 1 and all they do is just kind of wag their dick out. They're kind of like, look at me, I'm a P-mod and you're not. I've even seen them, and I've seen it posted on Reddit, where Gmods are spamming for certain clan chats to join.
There's only 2 P-mods I can remember seeing So I made a comment on this on Reddit, and a bunch of people gave me like shit. So, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So it's definitely unpopular. But I'm being honest. This is the only two P mods I've seen within the games that I can remember. One of them was a gold, like he would swap gold from RS3 to old school RuneScape, and I used him a bunch.
Yep.
And the other one, I remember seeing him, like, I can't remember if he was doubling money or saying, like, give me money and you won't regret it. He was doing one of those weird things. I remember being like, that's shady.
That's not right.
That's not really right. Obviously, not saying all P mods are like that, but he probably just doesn't deserve it. But I'm just saying, they're very scarce, and the only two I've seen, those were the two incidents.
Yeah, like I've seen them a couple times, and you'll see them in like Grand Exchange World 1 type thing. They don't care about all the people scamming. They never, like, I've seen them talking to a friend while there's like 8 people around them scamming, and they don't, because they can force people like to be muted for an hour, for 24 hours, right?
Exactly.
That's like the only thing, and their reports have a higher weight than everyone else's. You see, like, you know, so them reporting is very good because it gets pretty much thrown at the top of the list, like the J mods and shit, and the automated system recognize that P mods have reported someone. So as of right now, they don't do too much, and there's not that many in there, like in the game. And when they are, like, since they can get through the chat filter, like, I'm assuming clans pay them or they own a clan, and they can sit there in GE or, you know, the PKing world and spam join our CC, or, you know, doubling money and shit, right? And the fact that they're a P mod, like,
it could also be that we're only seeing the P mods because they're talking and trying to, you know, like, maybe most P mods aren't even talking. Maybe they're just sitting in the bank fletching, and they're just, you know, muting people,
playing the game.
They're muting people.
That's the thing, though.
Saying anything.
There's definitely P mods that no one knows that are actually like, well, I'm gonna go to GE and, you know, report these people and mute them. Like, you know, there's definitely someone that like takes that job up, but it would be kind of cool if jagex came up with an initiative, either like through a way you can apply or something like that, where you can get either a P mod status or like a, you know, I don't want to say coaching, but someone that like takes up the role of like helping out people in the game.
So I've thought about that. I thought of like,
and like it would be cool, if they had like some sort of system like this where if a new person comes on, then like an automated system would, okay, this person is online and available. It tells them, hey, help this, ask if he has any questions, if he's a new account. Because, you know, when you first start an account, you can say you're brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
You played it a while, or you're very experienced. Yep. Like clicking one of the first two options could actually enable these P mods to like help them out.
Exactly.
Shit. How many people have gotten stuck in Tutorial Island and then quit? I had a friend who got stuck. He was in there for like 30 minutes, and he was like, I'm on TeamSpeak with him. He's raging. And I'm like, all right, dude, what the fuck is the thing saying to read? It's telling me to run. But when I click the little run symbol on my mini map, it's not helping. All right, man, go to your wrench icon and click run there. That's what it like recognizes. You know what I mean? And how many people would have just quit at that point? Like, it would be pretty neat to have an initiative, you know, you can apply or be recommended by people, or just something, right? Something to help them to get actual P mods up, and they'd have to be really, really strict, right? Maybe afterwards you can rate the P mod and how helpful they are, and getting a low rating would be like, all right, maybe we gotta like revoke this guy's status and give him like a, you know, give out, if he's telling kids to like kill themselves and shit, like, okay, we're gonna like actually have to do something serious because that's really bad. Yeah. Even though, like, you know, they're more susceptible to being screwed over, but like, you know, that's kind of what they get for taking the responsibility. Like, I think that would actually be such a cool system. And like,
okay, what about, so for in the League of Legends subreddit that I used to look at a lot, they would have these posts that would pop up and basically be like, if you're a new player or you're fairly new, put your name here, and then if you're a veteran player, put your name here, and we'll pair you up with a mentor. Kind of like a Big Brother system. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Yep. Yeah, Counter-Strike and StarCraft both have those systems. I've taken up the offer in StarCraft at least. Where I've been coached by some dude.
Oh, I've met a bunch of people on just like RuneScape and stuff. And I tried to get something like that going a few weeks back. I made a post on Reddit saying like a little mentor thing where you could set someone up and help them out. I ended up just adding like 3 people who were fairly new to the game, and I've been helping them out that way.
Yeah.
But because there's a ton of people who are just completely new, and if you play this game for a while, just help out a new player, and you'll realize just how much shit there is to know in this game. When you just start explaining things, like they'll be like, okay, how do you get your fletching level up? Why do I get my fletching level up? And I'm explaining all this stuff. I'm just like, fuck, man, you only get this knowledge from years of studying.
Yeah, we've mastered the craft.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no, that's actually a really good example because I'm playing my hardcore Iron Man, and like I'm free to play for the first little bit, and I'm dicking around on free to play, and some guy is like buying burnt meat 1K, and I'm like, why are you buying it? And he's like, well, I can't burn it. I keep cooking it successfully, and I'm like, dude, you can use the cooked meat on the range and burn it. And he's like, oh, holy shit, thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like such little. That's an example of like such little things that like go on that people like just don't know.
That's something I learned.
That's the nice thing, right?
That's something I probably learned this time around playing. I don't think I ever knew that my first playthrough.
Yeah, like I learned that a long time ago through that exact same experience. I was probably like 8 or 9, and I bought burnt meat off someone for like 4K, and then he told me, "Yo, you can also just use cooked meat on the range, and it burns because you need it for like witch's potion or something."
Yeah, it's I know what you're talking about.
And like, I don't know. I honestly think like some sort of mentoring system and like a stricter PMod system, but also have more PMods out there. If they have like a good way to recruit people that would actually care to help out new players, and maybe cut that report button in half, or move it somewhere and then add a help button where you could click and ask for help for something.
Or maybe on Tutorial Island you could sign up and say, "Hey, I'm a new player," and you could sign up for a mentor, and then if I'm playing, I could look at this board and be like, "Hey, this new player," and then
here's a general 20 letter or 150 character question or
or you
tag
could
next to their name,
or you could you guys could get in contact and add each other, and then maybe you help them for.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they can like review you and say, "Hey, this guy was very helpful. 5 stars."
See, it would be like such a good idea because
we need to make an Uber for RuneScape, but not for traveling.
Essentially.
But for traveling with experience.
Yeah, like that's that's actually like something that would be super helpful though. Like, because I personally really like challenge. When I first played RuneScape, I liked knowing nothing.
Yeah,
that's what like really brought me into it. Is that like going to Varrock and like searching the museum and someone saying join my clan, meet my clan master at the top of the museum, like, and I was like a little kid and he's wearing full bronze and I'm like, oh shit, he's level 17, no way, like that type of stuff like was so awesome to me. But now most of the player base like knows a good amount of shit, but like
a lot of the player base does, but just try to find someone new and you'll be like, holy fuck, that was easy. Like, I made a post about that mentor thing. I got nobody saying, "Hey, I'll mentor." I got 4 or 5 people saying, "Hey, can I add you? I just started playing."
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, what the holy fuck, all right. And this is just Reddit. These are, like, most people, a lot of new players probably just playing this game and don't. They
don't go on the Reddit,
or
right?
forums or
they
anything.
They probably type in old school RuneScape Reddit and then, like, are they, type in, like, /r/ old school RuneScape, and they don't even get the 2007 scape.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, there's a good player, and you can also see like with Iron Man. I actually made friends with one guy on was it this guy, or maybe it was my main or something? I don't know, or my pure, I forget. But I met one guy who was like an Iron Man, and he was mining iron, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, yo, I'm just trying to get full iron. And I'm like, dude, you can get like the free helmet, chest and legs just because you're an Iron Man. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, fuck it. I already have the smithing level. I just need a couple more bars. Kind of wish I knew that beforehand. And it's like, well, maybe you could have, like, just like, especially with Iron Man, right? There's a lot of things that you don't know in terms of being efficient. And with new players in general, just like, I'm going to kill cows to 40 attack, strength, and defense, but I'm also members. I could have just done Waterfall and these other quests and got it within, a tenth of the time.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I don't know. I think if we had some sort of mentoring system or something that would actually, like, want people to stay, and especially like it would keep new players, but it would also keep the older players.
Exactly. It's a lot
Because
of
it's
fun.
like-
Help, like if you have nothing else to do, like in Destiny, when I played Destiny and you maxed out your account, basically you became a Sherpa for the raids, and you would bring newbies through the raid. And
Yeah.
you would join a group and you would call yourselves Sherpas. But there's just people who just had nothing else to do in the game because they were finished. So they're just like, okay, we'll teach a group of 5 people how to do this.
Yeah, see, like that'd be, and now with the raids coming out, right? They could have that form of a system where, you know, people that can barely do the raids, here, let's carry you through it and teach you everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's teach you like the mini games while we're at it. Like it would be super neat to have a system, and like they obviously like people could get scammed so hard, like a level 50 that is bondscaping, right?
Okay.
I bumped into a level 20 who had 80 magic, full black trim gold, and he said, yeah, this is my first account. I've never played the game before. And I looked up his stats. I'm like, this fucker bought 80 magic, like with bonds, 100%. Cause he says he doesn't know anyone in the game. And I'm not going to call him out on it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, you know, I like your gloves and stuff. You know, I was just being nice to him, but I'm kind of thinking like, shit, like what if there's a mentor that, or like a guy that was helping him out and he was like, yo, give me 80 mil, or, you know, come out to the wilderness. I'll show you a sweet spot to make money.
Yeah.
But you got to bring your cash. And then obviously like that will happen at least once, but
that's
then,
where the review system, it would take some time to wean people out and maybe have,
and just make it really, really harsh on them. So let's say you're, you know, I go, hey, what do I do for this? And you're just being a complete dick the whole time and you're awful. Then I'd be like, this guy's an asshole. And then like, they're like, oh shit, this guy's actually like doing a really bad job in terms of like just him either scamming or just being a dick or actually not helping out at all. All right, let's just revoke the status and then let's give him like a mute for a couple days or something, right? Like actually, or give him like a serious repercussion.
or give him like a 1-star and then he gets paired up with 1-star newbies. He gets paired up with
fuck your mom, bitch.
yeah, or the
Like,
newbies
that's
who are
how
begging
just-
him for money.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, if they had mentors and they were harsh on them in terms of like, not like they got a 1-star, so now they're banned for a day. Like, obviously, if they, whatever low rating, they have to review the chat logs. I think that would be a really big thing. But, I don't know. If you guys, I don't know what you guys, like, the listeners' opinions are, but it'd be kind of cool to get some emails or tweets about it.
I think the game, the state of the game, doing pretty good though.
Yeah, I think as a whole, it's
And
all
I
right.
think the only way they're
I mean,
gonna fuck up the game, so like the game's dead in 5 years, if they release some really terrible updates and game changing, game breaking updates. So
and they don't remove them or fix them fast
yeah,
enough.
exactly. They need to be quicker about some of the fixes, but
Yeah.
glad they're still keeping an eye out for shit. Anyways, yeah. I think we've gone over in length about our thoughts on, you know, the state of the game and how we think the lifespan's looking. Yeah, so it's good stuff.
I mean, I do think the raids will have a really big impact on like,
I think it'll be a clear sign of like,
where the game is going.
where the game is going. Well, is there going to be heart in it, or is it going to be like, you know, oh, this is just the Zara fight, just times 5.
Yeah, this is just a machine. You go in, you make a bunch of money, you get spit out, and you just do it again.
You just, exactly. It's the boss's squeal of fortune.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you got to click the wheel on the right rotation, and there's your money. That's your kill count for this raid. But yeah,
Back next week. But I agree. And I think the raids might actually. It might give a good way to prove RuneScape is a fighting contender for a good MMO, I guess. Again, a lot of people might think of RuneScape as like, you fighting a cow is no different than you fighting the cow fight queen. A lot of people think the bosses are just tank and spanks, just higher levels. And a lot of it is, right?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Bandos was gonna be super easy the first time I soloed it, and like that shit's fucking hard.
Yeah, okay, so exactly. There are some bosses that are tank and spank, but I think these raids might actually be like, you know, next time you're talking to someone about WoW, hey, yeah, there's actually content that's very similar to the way fights work in that game, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're on par with it, so that's going to be cool to see. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What's your week looking like next week? What do you got coming up for us?
School's done very, very soon.
Oh, shit.
So I'm just finishing up that stuff. I got like one project left, but I'm going to do a bunch of escaping, a little bit of WoW, probably some League of Legends.
Huge.
Checking out those Humble Bundle games that come out every day for me. It's pretty exciting waking up in the morning and I'm on the bus going to school. And I'm like, what game did I get today? Fuck, I already have that game. You know what I mean?
Every day
like,
is Christmas.
Yeah, essentially. It's like, it's an advent calendar for adults or diabetics. You can't have that chocolate.
Okay, sure, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, I want to get, like, I'm thinking about just getting 70 fishing and then going back to Wintertod.
Okay, yeah.
But, like, I'm sitting at 47 fishing right now, doing those lobsters. Like, I don't know, because, like, I really want to get 99 Wintertod before I do any type of questing or anything else.
Okay.
I've gotten a bunch of, like, I've done, like, Imp Catcher and stuff like that, right? Like, I've gotten all the easy quests.
Yeah.
But, like, if I got that 99, get a nice fat stack of cash and, like, some good, like resources, like that, I don't know. And plus, I'd also have a 99 on a level 18, which would be pretty dope.
Until he dies. What happens if he dies?
If he dies, I've already come to terms with it. I'm just gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep playing him as an Iron Man.
Okay, that's cool.
And then maybe I'll make another hardcore, and I'll just keep him free to play.
Yeah, okay, cool. That should,
Yeah.
sounds pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but do it up. That's my problem. I can't set 99 as a goal and just be like, let's get 99 because I want to have a 99. I need to have a reason for getting that.
Yeah. Well, my reason is just the cash alone. Like right now, having 113K is like,
Oh, that's huge.
that shit's tight.
You can buy almost
I don't even have
anything.
to do. Like I want to have enough money to buy essentially 55 magic and then kill like fire giants, get their rune drops and shit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Or their rune scimitars.
Cool.
You can get that high
That
elk.
should be fun. We'll have to hear about that next week.
Mm-hmm.
My
What about you?
vacation is over. I'm back at work. It sucks. It's so bad. The job itself isn't bad. It's
Yeah.
just being at home was so awesome.
That's probably the worst thing about any type of like vacation. Like, you know, I know like you get into that rhythm and then you go on like Christmas break or you take like your work vacation and then you're like, oh fuck.
Yep.
It's over. I have to just wait another year for this.
Oh, I know. That's exactly what Sunday was. I was like, that was fun. All right, 2 more
Oh,
hours.
I'm getting the sniffles. I'm calling in sick.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the vacation is over. Luckily, Christmas coming up. Maybe we'll get some time off for that. I actually planned it for that because I wanted to come back from vacation and kind of go back on it again. But
Yeah.
RuneScape wise, I'm planning on getting. I hope I can get 83 Slayer this week. Honestly, I don't know if I can because it can. Some tasks take a while, and again, on the weekdays, I can only play for a couple hours.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on the next video for that King of the Wild series.
Yeah. Do you have an idea when it's going to come out?
When it's gonna come out, no idea because, like, that was the thing. I was on vacation, so there was 2 days where I kind of had like nothing. I had a bunch of housework and stuff I had to do, but there was like 2 days where I decided I'm not gonna really do too much. And then one of the days I recorded that, and the next day ended up like editing while I played on my main.
Yep.
So I have no idea how long it's going to take because sometimes I come home from work and I'm just beat. I'm so exhausted just because the job is very physically demanding. I just don't want to do anything. And sometimes the weekend comes and I'm fucking over at the in-laws' house, I guess. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll have things I have to do and I'm just... But next video, when
Yeah,
will
you
it
just
come
have that
out?
time.
I don't know. I don't think it'll be out by next episode, so I'll let you guys know how well it's going next Monday.
Yeah. You
But-
know, post up to that Twitter, give those Twitter updates on the progress.
Oh, hell yeah. See, my problem is it's hard for me to sit down and open it and start working on it, but once I start working on it, it's hard for me to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, okay, I'm only going to work on half of it today. And I start, and I'm like 2 hours in, and I'm just like more than halfway done. And I'm like, well, I might as well just keep going. I got a good rhythm going.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but it's fun. We'll see. And yeah, that's about it. I probably play on my pure a bit, but yeah, it's basically going to be just on my main, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually debating of recording my Iron Man stuff just because like even though right now it's kind of boring, I have almost died like 12 times.
Yeah, exactly. You can just make it fun, or you can just do something with it. I just recorded. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with some of the stuff, and then I was like, you know what? So I guess a little bit of a spoiler, but I did the first video is basically me doing Monkey Madness for some of it. And when I was doing Monkey Madness, I was really tired. I think I had to drive my girlfriend to work, and I just stayed up. So it's like 7 a.m, and I'm playing, and I was just playing so bad. I'd be looking over the quest guide, and look back over, and I'm like, ugh, I'm fucking in Lumbridge or something.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm back in that
jail.
So I was like, something like that.
Yeah, so I decided I'm just going to have fun with that. And yeah. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you definitely record it. Maybe have some fun with it. But yeah, we'll let us know how that goes and all that. Anything else you want to say before we shut her down?
Yeah. No, not really. Nothing else going for me. I mean, pretty excited to finish school for the semester and get all that shit done with, and I can just like sit down and play RuneScape all day and have no worries about it.
It's so fucking sweet. I just want to brag for 1 minute. I think it was Tuesday or Monday. No, it was Tuesday when I woke up early to drive my girlfriend from work. I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I stayed up, and then I stayed up for, and I didn't go to bed until like fucking 2 a.m. afterwards, though. But I played RuneScape for like 90% of that day, and it was weirdly satisfying.
Like I've been, I try and play as much RuneScape as I can in terms of like if I'm doing AutoCAD or like something that I can split my focus on, and I can fish, or I was cutting trees while I'm doing work, and then all right, this is my little reward for getting 10 minutes of work done. I'm gonna burn all these logs, But I'm getting so sick of that. Like I was even trying to do Wintertod while I was doing schoolwork, and I would like look up and be like, "Oh fuck, we're at 60%," and I got hit on like the second log I'm fletching. Let me just get this crate, and then I'll go back to doing schoolwork.
That's the issue.
I just want to just sit down, do some scape, and I just watch some movies. I mean, I kind of did that on, I think it was actually Tuesday or something, because it was just kind of stuck in my head that you had like all week to play it, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, no work tonight. I'm just playing RuneScape, and I watched like, I'm not gonna lie, I probably did that on Wednesday too. I had 2 days where I just played RuneScape all day and said fuck schoolwork, so I had to make up for it on the weekend and stuff. But
yeah, I've watched like the whole Office series because I started it.
Oh man, I watched so many friggin' good movies. Some like I have a buddy who's obsessed with movies. Like he's like so into them, and I would be like, "Yo, dude, have you heard of this movie?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Man, I just watched it. It's so good." He's like, "Yeah." Have you heard of this movie?
So the guy from Family Guy that Chris works for?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's some movies that like I told him about, and I'm like, "Dude, this movie will fucking blow your mind." And then he would like, "Okay." 2 hours later, like 2 hours and 20 minutes, almost the exact length of the movie. Dude, I just finished that movie. It's fucking sick. Like so many good movies. If you don't know what movie to watch, you guys should watch Coherence.
Okay, I'll check it out. Never heard of it.
That movie is sick. It's such a mind fuck. Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
and also, if you want to get really, really confused and you want to watch a super confusing movie, I'd watch Primer.
Never heard of it.
Let's just say I sat down, I watched it one morning before class, and I watched it. Like the acting is like pretty dry. It's not like there's not too much emotion. Like the acting isn't the best, and the audio is okay. Like it's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite in terms of how they talk to each other. You know what I mean? Like it's very monotoned and stuff, but like the plot is fucking sick. But I watched it before class,
Okay.
And the whole time I'm in class, I'm like, man, what the fuck happened in that movie? I don't get it. Class ended. I went and I found some like friggin' cult, like obsessed. These guys were fucking obsessed with Primer. This little forum post where they're all talking about it. Read over what everyone's like summary of the plot was like, man, that is fucking sick. Watch it again. So pretty much 2 times back to back. Understood like 90% of it. Reread the plot and went over the things I didn't get. And then I watched it a fucking 3rd time. I watched it 3 times in one day. It's only an hour long, so it's only 3 hours, but it was actually so good. And like people were saying that the movie's meant to be as confusing as possible.
Okay.
Like they overcomplicate so much shit, and the budgeting, they didn't have enough money, so they couldn't really show you what exactly was going on, because like they had so little money. They essentially had enough money for paying the actors and then the cameramen. Like they had no fucking money.
Okay.
But like, oh, it's actually really good. It's super confusing. Fucking loved it.
I'll take a look at it.
And yeah, if you want Vicky to bug you the whole time because she doesn't know what's going on, that's a perfect movie to put on, because you won't know what's going on either.
All right, well that sounds. Oh yeah, I'll have to check that out. All right, well
yeah, maybe next week I'll have a nice list of movies.
Yeah, we'll go over to the
tell you guys.
Deagins.
Yeah,
I was just
reviews.
gonna say something like that. I was thinking.
No more hot topic. We got Deagins movie reviews to play to watch while playing RuneScape.
Hey guys, we're gonna talk about Finding Nemo. All right, that's it. Let's get out of here. All right,
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, have a good one.
To stay up to date with show news, RuneScape news, or just shitpost and hang out, you can find us on Twitter at the Wilderness RS. You can feel free to join our Facebook group at facebook.com/The Wilderness Podcast. We also have a YouTube channel set up, so feel free to check us out by just searching the name of the show on YouTube. You'll also see it over at Twitter and on Facebook as well. We also have an email set up, so if you want to get in contact, maybe you have some questions or something you want to hear discussed, a story you want to tell us, or just some feedback, you can email us at thewilderness.podcast@gmail.com. And we also have a Discord set up. And if you feel like you want to join and maybe hang out and play with some other scapers, just let us know. Send us a message and get in contact, and we'll get you in there. Thanks again for listening. We can't appreciate it enough. Have a good night.